Hello, and welcome to Today in History for January 24th. I'm Michael Powell. Today's episode involves the United States gymnastic team and their doctor. Larry Nassar, a former doctor at Michigan State and for the United States gymnastic team, was sentenced to 40 to 175 years in prison for sexual assault on January 24th of 2018. Nassar was found guilty of using his position in sports medicine to abuse hundreds of women and girls in one of the most high-profile cases to arise from the #MeToo movement. The scandal resulted not only in his imprisonment, likely for the rest of his life, but also criticism of the institutions that failed to detect and respond to his behavior. In the wake of revelations, the president of Michigan State and the entire board of the USAG resigned, while Nassar's accusers, which numbered over 260, received the Arthur Ashe Courage Award. Nassar began working in sports medicine at a young age and began working as a trainer for the US national gymnastics team in 1986. He later received his doctorate in osteopathic medicine from Michigan State and went on to work at the school's College of Medicine, as well as at the Carioli Ranch, the Texas training center for the U.S. gymnastics team. It was there that he sexually assaulted gymnast Maggie Nichols during a medical examination during a national team training camp in 2015. After a coach heard Nichols and other athletes discussing Nassar's examinations, she reported the doctor to the USAG. The USAG contacted the Federal Bureau of Investigation, but did not take any immediate action against Nassar or notify his university. Later that year, the USAG cut ties with Nassar. A year later, in September of 2016, the Indianapolis Star broke the news that two other gymnasts had accused him of sexual abuse, resulting in his firing from Michigan State. In November, Nassar was indicted on the charge of repeatedly abusing an unidentified child, beginning in 1998, when the child was 6 years old. From there, the allegations snowballed. Three more athletes went public with their accusations on 60 Minutes, calling out the emotionally abusive environment at the national team training camps. More came forward in subsequent interviews or using #MeToo on Twitter. The involvement of athletes who had so recently been celebrated in the media further boosted the visibility of the Nassar case. All told, over 260 women have alleged that Nassar abused them, in many cases while they were still minors. An FBI raid found more than 37,000 images of child pornography in Nassar's possession. He pled guilty to the possession charge in July of 2017. The trials for Nassar's other charges featured multiple days of testimony from his victims. He pled guilty to multiple allegations in Michigan State Court, receiving a sentence of 40 to 175 years in prison, but will first serve a sentence of 60 years in federal prison for possession of child pornography. In addition to Nassar's convictions, the investigation brought scrutiny on the institutions that employed him. Reporting by the Star and other outlets found that USAG failed to adequately monitor its coaching and knowingly refused to act on multiple allegations of abuse. At Michigan State, too, the problem proved to extend beyond Nassar. After allegations of repeated failure to investigate claims of assault against members of the football team, 3 players were pled guilty to a lesser charge in a sexual assault case in 2018. In 2019, congressional report concluded that the USAG, the university, the US Olympic Committee, and even the FBI had all dragged their feet, allowing Nassar to continue to see patients as they slowly investigated and coordinated their response. The university finally reached a settlement of $500 million with Nassar's victims. This was the largest ever settlement of its kind, and the former president, Luana Simon, faced felony charges for lying to or misleading law enforcement regarding her knowledge of the accusations against Nassar. The rapid expansion of the case from a few allegations to literally hundreds of women over multiple decades was a prime example of the power of the #MeToo movement. As with other cases brought to light in the #MeToo era, the Nassar case was both a sorely overdue reckoning with institutional abuse and a reminder that even the most prolific abusers can escape justice for decades. I'm sure many of us remember that particular case. I know I do. For Today in History, I'm Michael Powell. Join me again tomorrow and see what that date brings. Till then, YouTube wants you to watch this.